Morning. Where you gonna be? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. This is MaSunGoddess777. It's 5:32 in the morning. And I say not good morning, but Grand Rising. I know y'all bored. Everybody snowed in. Well, I'm not snowed in, but whatever. I guess they trying to get the weather machine going so they can freeze the certain places or wherever they trying to freeze. But hey, I've been resting and meditating and trying to send this ice on somewhere else. Grand Rising. I know y'all up. Come on in. Come on in. Whoever's up, let them come. Support Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. I'm getting some well-needed rest. So I'm not looking at the cup as half empty. I'm looking at it as half full because I be busy a lot, but I still get my meditations and my grounding and all that in through the storms. And when it's warm and sunny, when it's cold, I'm still trying to stay connected to nature and grounding and all of that good stuff. Holding on and riding out these storms and trying to create my reality and work on myself. Mirroring myself, looking at, a lot of times we can mirror ourselves by looking at other people and see what we need to be working on and fixing. I know y'all ain't seen this beautiful face of MaSunGoddess777 in a while, but I just thought that I would get up here, even though the sun hasn't risen outside. The sun is right here, right here. The sun, MaSunGoddess777. I don't know if y'all gotta go to school. I know my people in my family, they got some type of delay. I don't know if they're gonna let them go to school or what, but my big pet peeve is the homeschool. But they like going to school and they think that homeschooling is where you've been in the house all the time and you shut down and you can't go nowhere because I homeschooled one of my little family members and I did it for I did it for a half a year. And I wanted to do it longer, but human nature, mommy and child misses each other. And I'm just like, come and visit and let them go. Just leave them here. Just come and see your child. They fine. Nobody ain't going to kill them. Nobody ain't going to molest them. Nobody ain't going to do no crazy stuff, that weird stuff. So they know this because they know, they know what type of people what type of family member I am. You can't always trust your family with your children, and that's sad because I didn't know that. But hey, you win some and you lose some. I'm just glad I didn't do what I wanted to do because I would have been in jail now, and it would have been a lot of stuff going on. So hey, and even with the parents now, you got to be careful. Back then too, I didn't realize that in these other countries like the United Kingdom, statistically speaking, do you know who be messing with the kids? The dads. And we're not going to exempt the moms either. We're not even going to exempt the moms because I didn't even know that went on with the moms and stuff. I didn't know it because I guess I grew up in my little bubble. But I experienced a situation personally where I think that I was involved with somebody where some strange stuff was going on. But I guess this is not nothing new. It goes on with the elites and stuff. They don't make it right. But the kids done been through something. I mean, the children have been even the labor laws were actually the Labor Day stuff comes from the children. I guess they say the Cabbage Patch. Y'all heard of the Cabbage Patch children? Those children they created in the lab. They said they put them on orphan trains and sent them all out to different places, and those kids were the slaves and stuff, and those are the same children they use to take to brainwash them that we were their enemies and all this and that, and it's funny, I don't understand how that happened when a lot of our people showed them how to farm the lands. It's hey, information is out there, whether you want to believe it or not. That's your choice. I'm not here to make you believe anything or try to persuade you to get in a cult. Like somebody was saying, Aquarius Max, I'm going to be transparent. And I'm just going to tell you, you can make your own decision and be sovereign. You want to be sovereign now? It's the Aquarius energy we going into, the golden age. It's time for this, you know, you don't completely forget the past, because that's what they want to do. They want to wipe your memory of, you want to remember some things so you don't repeat the same mistakes, and you learn solutions to fix problems and things like that. You want to learn solutions to fix problems or whatnot. So, Grand Rising. I want to talk about a situation that I didn't know about, but it came 360 because I had seen. I be looking at that low vibrational stuff sometimes. I'm not even gonna sit here in front. Yeah, I'm spiritual, but I'm still in this avatar, and I don't just be all love and light. Everything is right. I be listening to the mess sometimes. I'm not even gonna front. If I was very low vibrational, I'd be doing celebrity gossip and all that. Cause them people, I take their example and mirror my life. Cause I'm like, it be some shit going on. Like we used to think that people that got all that money, they living it up, they living good. You know, we be like, oh, them celebrities, they got the best of everything. Little did we know, you better off seem like working a 9 to 5 than going through that. What they got to go through. But I want to talk about the Blueface situation, and you know, he get on TV and put on that act. I don't believe he really act like that, and his mother even said it. And so, this in my ears, and I haven't asked anyone to repeat themselves. And so did the girl just recently said it, the stunner girl or whatever, that she's a Cancer. So her ex-husband or whatever had got up on the he got up on the No Jumper show, got up there dragging her about this. Now listen to this. He dragged her about when he had got shot. She actually was changing his colostomy bag, and she was actually having relations with him while he had a colostomy bag, right? So they were laughing at her because what she did was she gave him oral pleasure while he had a bag on him and all this, and he picking and talking about and that man is sitting up there laughing. The one that let his the guy out there that lets his wife sleep with pay his wife to sleep with black men and stuff on No Jumper. So they laughing at her like, ha, ha, ha. He's like, yeah, she gave me oral pleasure. He didn't say it like that. It was more graphic, but I'm not going to say it as graphic as he did. He was like, oh, she gave me oral satisfaction while I had a colostomy bag and this and that. And I'm looking at them up there, they cackling and laughing. And, hey, and you mean, and he said, oh, and I took, listen, y'all, this is very graphic. He said, oh, and I took the colostomy bag and beat her upside the head with it while she was down there satisfying me and this and that. And I'm looking like, that's funny. Because maybe it's me having a background in the medical profession and all that. But ain't that what we want? I mean, ain't that what you living for somebody to stick by you through sickness and in health? And for richer or for poor? Do you think I would get up there and laugh and pick at somebody that stuck by my ass? You know how bad them colostomy. That was one of my clinicals one time that I had to go through that particular clinical with that when I was pregnant with my last child, and I was being picked on by the other student nurses because they were like, I had started, I might have been showing when I started those clinicals. And these were Becky's, you know, they were like, oh, she's not going to, I mean, I could hear them talking. And I said, oh, bitch, yeah, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show and tell, I'm going to do better than you do. They was picking on me like, oh, she's pregnant, she's not going to make it. And people are trip, but I know how to give you that same energy. They were like, she's not going to make it through her clinicals, y'all. Look at her. She's all big and pregnant. You know, they'll pick on her if they think you weak. But I was pregnant, but I by no means was weak. Because I was... Anyway, So they was like, oh, she's not gonna make it. This is too hard. She's gonna drop out. That right there gave me motivation when they said that. So I would be sick a lot of times, but I would, for some reason, I knew how to hold myself together till I got to the something. What is that? Something you think is overrated. Oh, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that means. You explain. Anyway, back to my story. But yeah, explain that. I don't know what that means. But how you doing? Welcome in. We the trolls and everybody can come. Welcome everybody. The trolls, the YouTube warriors, and all that. We can get something for all y'all. So I was actually able to get through my clinicals, but some of the stuff was so graphic and the odors and stuff was kind of rough on me because I was pregnant. I was married, okay? I was married at the time. Yeah, this indigenous, I don't say I'm black, this indigenous to America's woman was married, and I was having a baby. So yeah, I wasn't able to I was able to actually hold my vomit until after I did my clinicals. So it was one particular time I had to do it was a lot of gross stuff with those nurse clinicals, but I had to do something with a colostomy, and oh my God, I had never in my life smelled something so bad. But I was getting sick on my stomach, but it's good that I was at the end of the clinical. So I went ahead and did what I needed to do to get through because you know you got the nurse instructor standing there seeing if you're competent and you know what you're doing, and you got to get a passing grade. So I passed it, and those girls were back there in the background just thinking I wasn't gonna pass it. So I passed that, but when I got outside of that building at that hospital, oh boy, when my husband pulled up to pick me up, he was like, "What is wrong?" I was gone, gagging, throwing up. I was like, I held it as long as I could. Now I gotta let it go. Like, I was sick. Yeah. So for her to be that loving towards him, and he had an issue like that going on where he had a colostomy bag, and then they're gonna get up there and laugh and joke about it. What I want to know is that white woman that he let sleep around with all these black men and get paid, is she gonna stick by his ass if something like that would happen? I think not. So they really hate him, because for a woman to be able to be that loyal and stick by a man after he done been shot like that and got a colostomy bag, and she's sitting there taking care of him and stuff like that, that should not be nothing that's laughed and joked about. That should be admired. I mean, he looked like the fool getting up here telling all the details about, oh, she gave me oral pleasure while I had a colostomy bag, and I hit her, slapped her upside. That's some bitch shit right there. I don't like men like that. I don't like men like that, and that's that bitter bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would never. I would never. Now I might get up here. I done got up here on TV and talk shit about a motherfucker that was talking shit about me, but I would never sit there and pick on no shit like that. That's something to be admired. That's what we want. We want somebody to, don't they say, sickness and in health, richer or for poor, better or worse. So that's something to be admired. I just don't get what the world coming to, where that's something to get up there on the internet and laugh and he. I know it. I be loving it if I'm down and out in the mud, crawl up in the hospital bed with me. Shit. And shit, it's been times when I done stuck by my mate in the hospital. He was down bad. We done got it popping. So I mean, I don't see nothing bad about somebody giving a mate that they been with oral pleasure or satisfying them when they down and out and got a sickness or something going. I mean, that's your people, that's your lover, that's your mate. What's wrong with that? Ain't it supposed to be? Don't those vows say for sickness and in health, richer or for poor, better or worse? And now he gonna joke about it on no joke. That's some sick mess right there. But how's everybody making it through with this ice or snow, or what are you dealing with? I don't really see too much going on but cold, and I'm glad. I've been meditating it away and trying to ground whatever the CERN they got going on away and all this and that. Because this area I'm in, they really be experimenting with it bad. Like, I remember when the tornado came. What was it last? It was not 2020. Was it 2025? It might have been July, August. No, it might have been when it was 2020. It might have been 2024. Cause I went back home in 2025. Was it 2025? I went back home. Let me think. No, it was 2024. Cause I got back close to 2025. I was gone for a few months, so I went. Yeah, they had something going on in 2024 where the lights was out, the fucking thunder hitting the fucking light poles, and the damn lights out at the you get a motel. The light. I mean, it was like 100 degrees in this bitch. Cause it's supposed to be that type of weather where I'm at, the tropical weather. But the fucking lights went out for a fucking storm in the water. Because I'm like, is this Florida? Not Florida, but is this California? California, like, it'd be some shit going on because they didn't fix the water structures. So you got to be careful in certain places because they didn't take the money in some of these areas, and most of them they didn't do nothing with the water pipes and stuff. They just, I guess they went and spent the money on buying cars, the officials or whatever. I guess they partied it away and lived up the good life. They didn't manage the city construction of the sewer and you pretty much, if you move somewhere, don't move to no city. I'm just telling you. Maybe I'm saying that because I'm a country girl with city glamour, and I ain't ashamed of it. I don't like living in the city. I will never like living in the city. Give me the damn. I mean, I might not want to be too far from the city or whatever, but give me the outskirts. Give me the open space, the open land, honey. I am used to my farm. I'm used to my damn forest. I'm used to being able to go in the woods by myself. If I want to take off my damn clothes, I got the animals see me. I'm used to laying out, putting my damn Vianney in the sun and sun gazing all of my body, laying out naked and just letting the sun hit every spot. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that even in the city. If you got some privacy, it's hard to do because you know they it's just not that they got Big Brother watching and all that. They might have that in the country, but they got the satellites. But who cares about that? I'm just saying, when these people get these houses in these cities, you close together. I'm looking at real estate and stuff like that. I'm looking at the real estate versus in the city versus in the country. I'm looking at the prices. It's not enough space for me. It is not enough space for me to spend to get a mortgage of paying like $300,000-$400,000 for something that I don't have. I can look out I can touch my neighbor with my arm. I know. I would buy it and rent it out, but not for me. I need space. I need space to grow my whatever. I mean, you can grow your, they got places and you can grow your fruits and you can grow things on the inside. Don't think that you got to have a yard now to grow. You can do the inside gardens and stuff. And it's places you can learn even on Chat GPT how to grow your food on the inside and grow certain crops on the inside all year round. We got to get back to that because, we can't trust the supermarket. Nope. We can't trust the supermarket. I have just realized that we have been buying noodles like for our spaghetti. Our spaghetti noodles and the macaroni and cheese and the lasagna shells and all that. And when you buy the cheap ones, like the ones that all these grocery stores got, the less you spend, the more chances of it having Roundup even in that. And you wonder why you getting what's that stuff from eating called pizza? It's called what's that? Because as I get older, I'm having issues with it's what is it called? It's in the noodles and stuff. It's not lactose. It's another one. It's another thing that's in the noodles. I don't start with an F, I think. But anyway, you're not doing yourself a service by buying cheap noodles and stuff like that for like your spaghetti. It has a chance of having Roundup in it. So you want to try to get the Italian If you get the Italian product of the noodles and stuff, you will find that it doesn't have the a lot. It don't have a lot of ingredients. Number one, out of Italy, and you got a big less likely, like a 97% chance of not having that bullshit Roundup and all that stuff in it, and all that enriched. You don't want to eat. That's why we are not losing weight and stuff eating carbs. It's not the fact that eating carbs; it's the kind of carbs that we eat. It's enriched with all this stuff, gluten. The gluten is what they have in them. The ones too that we be getting cheap. The ones from Italy, I noticed it when I eat those noodles from like it say product of Italy, and you can't get them from all stores. But I have found it on sale at I have found them on sale and not too overpriced at places like Kroger's. I know Whole Foods would have stuff like that. Sprout Farms, um, Walmart. Mm, honey, you got to be careful with Walmart. All of the stores, all of the grocery stores, you got to be skeptical. But a lot of them products, most of our products is coming from China. And like my girl said, flu burn, it seemed like they eat plastic. They seem like those not, some of those people are not real. Like they can eat plastic and stuff. And some of that stuff ain't real that we eating. That's coming over here through and by those people that get products from them. I went there and I got some chicken a few months ago, and that chicken didn't smell right. It did not smell right. So I don't even buy chicken from there unless I'm desperate and I got to. And even in this storm, when I went to one of the Hub partners, Joe V, they didn't have no meats in there because those people bought all the freaking meat, which is fine with me. I don't care. I'm gonna find me something. I can make I can cook. I can make I can eat canned food. Like if I got me some mackerel and I got me some salmon in a can, I could do something with canned stuff if I have to a few days. I mean sandwiches and stuff, which I don't like processed food, but I do like the canned salmon, canned mackerel. I like the sardines, but it has to be wild caught and in certain oils, not in seed oils or whatever. You want to make sure you're getting certain types. But those sardines got so many nutrients in them. I didn't even realize how healthy sardines were till I did my research. And I've been eating a lot of red cabbage and stuff like that. I try to buy them organic. I try, because and then you got to be careful with that. You can't really trust all the organic stuff. And I'm really ready, like overly ready to start like my own garden, or I'm trying to just mess with the local farmers and the farmers market until I can get my green thumb activated. I can really start. Really, it's been on my heart a long time. And I was growing some stuff when I was living back home, but I was doing like my herbs and stuff like that. And I know my mother was growing she was growing the Merlin tea leaves, and that's really good for like colds in the winter. Like now, this is the time where you get you boil you some Merlin tea leaves, and you take that. That's my grandmama, one of her remedies, and you drink it, and it gets rid of phlegm and upper respiratory infections, and it helps with breathing and all. It works. I've been drinking it all my life, and it has really, really done wonders for me. The Merlin tea, but I'm into the teas and stuff like that. The chai teas and what's another tea that I drink? It's the one tea that's good for your blood pressure and stuff. Hibiscus. The hibiscus tea is good for the blood pressure, and you can use you can use hibiscus on your hair. I use it on my locks and stuff to get out the when I'm trying to get a certain color. I use it with a little lemons and the hibiscus to get out the orangey color out of my hair. It works, and then I sit in the sun for a little while and let it do its thing. But you can use the chamomile, the hibiscus and stuff for not just. Those herbs are good. Like you can use it for like if you like. I had an eye infection, not in my eye, but I had an eyelash where my eyelash was like my my oil duct had got stopped up. So I was using the tea bags, the teas for that, the hibiscus, Well, not the hibiscus so much, but the honey and the chamomile tea bags, and it worked for that. You can use it for your hair. It's good for you to drink. Like it's good to start studying like what these herbs can do for you and your body, because that's what they're there for. And I had been studying how certain times of year we think it's weeds in our yards, like the areas we are originally from. It's stuff growing to help you as far as medicine. You thinking it's just weeds. That's what nature did. It grew the things. It's coming back to that now where it's growing the stuff that we really need for medicines and herbs. But we be thinking it's like weeds and stuff like that. But yeah, I just thought it's strange how they're picking on the lady, how they picking on the lady for actually being there for her husband when he had a colostomy bag for her giving him oral pleasure. But they've been together. She called him her husband. They used to be married. But they up there on no jumper. The husband up there, whatever he was, some little street thug. So they're talking about, yeah, she gave me all right. He was more graphic than this, but I'm cleaning it up. She gave me oral pleasure while I was had a colostomy bag, and I beat her on the head with a colostomy bag. I mean, what kind of punk ass, no good piece of I mean, I could just say so many derogatory things about that, because I have a background in the medical profession, and I've noticed like I noticed when I was working at the emergency rooms in the doctor's offices and stuff, and I've noticed like you got some men that just do and some men that just don't. You got some men, I've seen them go in with their wives and give them baths and take out the daggone catheters and just be like hands on. You got some men that go out there and talk on the phone the whole while their wife going through some kind of, oh, you just got cancer, you got HIV. The woman done found out some detrimental information. Like, I'm there right in the mix of all this. I'm observing and watching it all. He outside on the phone while she in there going through her little trial, and sometimes it be your mate stressing you out or whatever they done gave you that you in there sick anyway. But anyway, I just think it's beautiful for somebody to stick by somebody, and they like going through some things. They might be going through some health issues where that person ain't just left them out to dry. So why would you come back and get on a show and start picking on them for that? Like, I think that made me side out of that person that's talking. Like, that person stuck by you and was letting you down with a colostomy bag, and you gonna sit up here and laugh and joke with this white man that be paying his wife to sleep with a bunch of black men with big pings, and if he gets sick, she gonna stick his ass in a nursing home and run, cause he laughing, cause deep down they know ain't nobody gonna stick by them like that. So that's just crazy. Anyway, I don't know. That's just my take on that. That was just my take on that, and I'm not gonna be up here too much longer. I just want to come up here and MaSunGoddess777 and give y'all a little sunshine. I know it's cloudy and it's icing and it's snowing and it's raining or whatever it's doing, but I wanted to give you some of the MaSunGoddess without because I don't be on camera. I'm not gonna be on camera sometimes, but I'm on camera right now, and I'm giving you this light, and I'm giving you this unconditional love, and I'm giving you this healing energy, and I'm reflecting it back to myself, and protection and bliss and abundance, and I'm sending out in a balanced intent to everyone. And I hope that you know that you can create your timelines you in, your reality. I be testing it out. So I went somewhere the other day, and I was like, oh, this and that gonna happen. And sure enough, when I got it, it was funny. It's like I was hacking my own situation, but it was funny because I was proving something to somebody, and they was like, oh, wow, you did say that. It's like, yeah, because how you think and what you say, it come to pass. But it was funny how it happened. It normally would have had me like, oh God, I can't believe this. Oh, this is happening to me. I was laughing the whole time, but I was also in control of the situation. Learning to master myself, learning to control my emotions, going within and realizing that the only thing to fear, the devil, Satan, all that, God, the angels, Lucifer, Micah, all of them. Yeah, it's nothing that really can hurt you on the outside. It's all within you. You know what I'm saying? Once you master yourself, then you can control a lot of things. You know, you can jump these timelines too. I be like, look, I'm not going through this loop no more. I'm getting out of this timeline. I'm tired of this. Like, this is not gonna happen. Like, I be seeing stuff trying to repeat and loop. I'm like, no, not today. We're not living like that no more. We're not thinking like that, and we're not speaking like that. Y'all not gonna get me. And I'm saying y'all because I'm talking to. When I say y'all, I'm talking to the powers that were. They're not to be. They're gone. They don't have no power now. We have to learn, like they said, to be sovereign. It's time now to bring something to the table. I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I have to offer the world? What can I do to make it better for the future generations? I might not be here to see it into fruition, and I want to. I want to get it going and get it popping, get something started. What can I bring to the table? What can I bring? Because now we need like leaders and creators and people that got the right mindset. Not you can't be unhealed. You can't be. You can't be unhealed and thinking that you're gonna build and recreate and own competition and I gotta keep this secret and I'm not gonna be transparent and I gotta keep, cause see, it ain't material for me. It, like old girl said, Aquarius, it ain't material. It ain't material for me. It used to be when I was in that mindset of teenager and stuff. I gotta have it for myself. I can't let nobody else get ahead of me. I gotta be the one. Nope. It's collective mindset now. It's collective, It's a collective, and you have to have a certain type of healing. You have to have went through some stuff and overcame it. You have to be secure within yourself to be able to have that and to want to build and to contribute to this new world, the golden age. And that's why I got the sunshine, MaSunGoddess777, the golden age. We coming into that. We have to bring something to the table. We can't wait for. I heard this man talking about. This is so sad. I was listening to this man. He said, "Oh my God, it's nothing we can do. The food is poison. The clothes are the Satanists are making the clothes. The food is poison. It's all in our food. It's all in our shoes. They got the upside down star, and they're creating all this. Satan run everything." And then he turned around and said, "And all we can do is just pray to God and let Jesus fix it." Okay. And I was like, if I thought like that, I probably would have been there, throw myself in the damn Nile River, which is the damn Mississippi River or something like that. What the fuck? And I don't even think it's got a lot of water in it, so I'll be out there trying to drown and probably can't even, something probably come get me, an alligator or something, I don't know. But anyway, if I thought like that, I wouldn't even want to wake up tomorrow. Hell no. So he's saying pretty much like, you got to go ahead and accept this shit and then just wait and pray and wait. Honey, if Jesus was the Christ is within you. If Jesus was going to save you, don't you think somebody would have came and got you by now? Have you not realized you are your hero? You are the Christo Negroes within you. I ain't going to sit there and agree with that. See, I don't even want to be in a circumference of people that think like that. Those are not the people that I'm coming to the table with. Those are not the groups that I'm coming to the table. I don't want to be around that energy. I've been around that energy where, we're going to pray and wait to be saved. And, it's going to happen. I ain't doing that. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to be the guy. That's the, generator, operator, and destroyer. Okay? The creatrix. The generator, the operator, the destroyer. I'm going to be my own guy. I'm going to figure this shit out. Okay. I ain't got to wear your money. It might not happen tonight, but I don't have to wear your fucking clothes. I don't have to eat your fucking food. I don't have to wear them I can create my own shit. I can create. I can operate. And I can fucking destroy. I don't have to go along with the fucking program. I can make my own timeline. So why in the fuck I'm going to sit here and say, "Oh, Lord, I got to go along"? No. I ain't never been, even on a bad day. Even when I was not as awakened as I am now, I didn't even think like that. I was like, wait, let me find a loophole. Like, people would tell me, there's no way, that this can happen for you. And you're not gonna be able to do it. Like, we don't see no way to possibly out for you. It's been some tight situation. I'm talking about not just physically, but spiritually, health wise, all of that, mentally. It's been situations that I had to create a door. I had to create a fucking window. I had to go in there and spiritually see the words form upon the paper to give me an out. And I wouldn't take no for an answer. I was like, I was like, I gotta have this shit done. Like, it was something that I needed to get done before a certain year. And if you would have looked at it on black and white, you would have said, it's no way you can do this. Like, it's impossible. But I would use them script because it's the Noble Jew Ali. I am a moral. Noble Jew Ali told us, he said, keep your Bible so you can judge them. You're going to need them Bible. Don't throw your baby away with the bathwater. You use all the tools that you need. You use all the tools that you need. It was situations where, like I said, I had to create a window and I had to create a door. It was a lot of shit going on. It was a lot of shit going on. It was one situation where I knew I had to do something by a certain year, and I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to pay the people to represent me, or it wasn't even where I was in those. It wasn't like I'm in trouble for doing something. It was just I needed things to fall in place to be able to leave things for other people. I needed to be able to have stuff laid out for other people by the time they got to a certain age. And I didn't see no way I could do it. Everything was coming against me. It was just me. I didn't have no support. People thought that I had all this because you look good and yeah, people like you and this and that, but I'm not nobody that's gonna be begging like, yeah, I ask you for help. I ain't gonna let my pride keep me hungry, but when it come to big lumps of money and stuff like that, people not gonna stick by you in the long run with it. No, they'll be there for a season. I've had assistance for seasons, but when people won't get in what they wanted out of me, and I won't kiss an ass like they wanted me to kiss their ass, and I ain't being no yes man, they gonna go. They gonna say, okay, bitch, you can't do what I want you to do, so I'm not gonna do this what you want me to do. I'm not gonna play my part, cause if people ain't getting what they, cause ain't nobody being around you for nothing. They signing up because they want to get something out of the deal too. So if they're not getting what they want out of the deal, they're gonna break the contract. Whether it's a verbal contract, think about it. And I understood this when I was a kid. Whether it's a verbal contract or a written contract, when they're not getting what they want out of the deal, they reneging, they gone. So yeah, it's been situations where I had to make and create a door. And the thing about it, things just kept like falling in the way, like shit just kept. I'm like, when I clean the debris, when I clean it, here goes some more fucking shit that's done fell from the fucking mountain in the fucking road, and I gotta get I gotta get equipment that I don't even have to clean up this shit that I already gotta clean up the other shit that I'm trying to get that out of the way that I didn't. Hey, I didn't. If you look at it from the natural eye, you won't see a way out of it. Well, honey, lo and behold, I did it, that's why I can show people how to do things and solve a problem. I am definitely a problem solver because I have solved mine and others. And you got to do it in sections and seasons. You can't be impatient. You got to be patient because sometimes it's not time for the answer is there, but it's not going to present itself. Sometimes the ice got to melt. It's got to come from the seed. Got to, like the Bible say, when you throw them seeds down and it's the season and it's got to rise up from this. It's planted. You be thinking like, damn, this shit been going on so long and what is wrong? Like, God ain't hearing me and I can't get where I need to get at and this and that. I ain't got this, I ain't got that, and blah, 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 blah. And, oh my God, woe is me. Don't nobody pay me no, and I mean, damn, like I've been trying to do this, what's right and blah, blah. Okay, it take a while. It take a while. It take a while for them seeds to come up. A lot of times, it's not. You be thinking you forgotten about. You people play. You look at you like, oh, it's over with. Like, yeah, they ain't done it by now. They ain't gonna never do it. Lo and behold, the things that are impossible with man is impossible with the God. You, ye are gods. The generator, the operator, and the destroyer. And that's what they did not want us to latch on to. That's what they took away from you, really. That's the birthright that they took away. That's really what they're talking about when they say, in my opinion. See, you don't have to believe what I say. I'm not trying to get nobody cult to follow me or none of that. I'm just giving you ways of thinking about things, different ways of thinking. You know, that's the birthright that was stolen from you. That's the child that was fighting in the womb that took your birthright. I don't think that's right. I never really agree with that. Everybody keep telling me, you know, they Esau, and they lie. They lie to you and tell you that was a white baby and a black baby in that womb. And if there was such a thing going on, white people get the slack for shit they didn't even do. They wasn't even here yet. It's no possible way. It's no possible way that that woman was pregnant with two. If that was really what is it? What was her name? Somebody help me. It was Isaac, right? It was Isaac's wife. So if she really was pregnant, that was Abraham's son. That Abraham was the granddaddy. So if she really was pregnant with twins, it won't no white baby and no black baby. If anything, when it's talking about the man being red, it's talking about a light skin, like a man with red. We got them in our family. As a matter of fact, I turn red when I get flushed or excited or angry. These were two melanated people. There was no fucking white people back then. They wrote themselves in history and they get blamed for shit. They were the puppets when they only been here about 800 years. They were created. A lot of them was created in a lab, and the ones that did look white, that was already here, that looked fair, they were melanated people passing. They were passing. They were not no fucking white people back then. I don't know why y'all, and I'm wrong for that. Let me take that back. Okay. Everybody don't know that, but I'm telling you that. And I'm not, and you don't have to believe me, because I'm not trying to get nobody to follow me. I'm not trying to put no new ideologies out here or brainwashing. I'm just saying, you know damn well it's not right for two children to be in the womb. They already fighting in the womb, right? We already got that. We got that shit going on right now. We got brothers and sisters and brother against brother, mother against son, son against daddy against son, daughter against mother. What the fuck? Like, when is it? Come on, y'all. Nation against nation. What they fighting over? What the fuck is they? Think about it. Why is the damn Cain and Abel shit? Not even that. It's an older story than Cain and Abel. We're going to go back to the Lion King. Them brothers. Osiris and Set. Where we got Satan from. Saturn. Set. Satan. Osiris. That's the brother. And then the son, well, that's her. That was the lion, little lion. That was Haru or Horus or whatever. That became the father or whatever, the ruler king. This has been going on how long? This older than the Bible. Then here we come with the Bible with Cain and Abel. Then we got Esau and Jacob. Who else? David and then his kids fighting each other, and that was Jesus' descendant. Where he raped the sister, David's son raped the sister, and then they had to kill Absalom. I mean, I done read it a few times, the Old Testament, the New. Okay. And a lot of them stories in the Old Testament, they got them from the women, which were the oracles, which were the daughters of Isis, the spiritual women, what they call the witches, and they took them out or either graped them and infiltrated the bloodlines, and they owned, okay, that's a long story. The women owned the lands and the patriarchal rose up. But what is we gonna land somewhere now. We're gonna land. What is all these stories? What are they? What's the bigger picture of all these stories that we talking about with these twins that was in the mother's womb? They were fighting each other. Then They tricked him out of his birthright, the other brother. Then we got other stories with Cain and Abel. It's always even like I said, the Odables. It's people trying to get positions of hierarchy. It's patriarchal type things. It's rulership. It's me. I'm better than you. Oh, they favor me over you. Oh, I'm the one, the chosen one. I'm the one that they favor, and they're gonna choose me and give me everything. And you not the one. You gotta be the outcast. I'm the black. You the black sheep. That's that same mess that's been passed down. That's what we've been dealing with far too long. People worried about status. People worried about power. People worried about who is You gotta fight to compete to get the damn something left to you. They're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. They're gonna leave. They're gonna leave they shit to one child. They're gonna leave their shit to one child to keep that shit going on. Them types of people. You know who they are. You know who that bloodline is. And when I say that bloodline, I'm saying they mixed in your family. The black nobility, that they are the people. They are the people that keep some shit going. They keep shit going. They keep it because they gotta survive. And I got this download. But guess who verified it? Guess who verified it? Hey, boo. Hey. Guess who verified it for me? And it brought tears to my eyes. The way he broke this last live down. Not live, but this last video down that he did. It was a seer to Duke of Tears on this last live stream that he did a few days ago. He broke it all down to the T, because he say this a lot, but he really brought it 360 on this last live. He said, when you in these families and you know that because he been through this. He been through it. His wife been through it. The person that they look at as a black sheep, that person that they persecute so bad, it's not that person a bad person. They trying to survive them blood. They want you to pass that bloodline down. Because you know they infiltrated our people. Like the people that we family members with, we all come from that. If they did blood tests, if they did, I think I said this on the other thing, and maybe I said this to my children. Honey, if they did blood tests on you to prove what nobility you come from, you know what your blood would prove. Your blood test, it'll blow your mind. You will be some thank you. This the sun. MaSunGoddess. I said it's cloudy and the ice is going on, and it's all this ice, the ice king coming and all this. They trying to take people out with the ice and all this and that. And I'm sending healing and protection out to the homeless people, because it's a lot of people now. It's a lot of people that don't have nowhere to go. They don't have no shelter. They sleeping in their cars. They sleeping under They are literally sleeping under bridges in this. And it's heartbreaking to me to actually see that in 3D, because I'm a person, I want to help everybody, but when I first moved where I'm at, I was trying to see what resources they had so that I could maybe start something as far as for the the homeless people and stuff. Come to find out, the funding has been cut. But I'm trying to find I be trying to find loopholes, and I was doing all I could. My resources are limited, and with what people got going on, people don't have it to donate like that. So I've been doing all that I could do, and I can only do but so much. And I had to tell myself, like, you got to make sure, you got to make sure that you're all right. Because it was a lot, like, just, and now I know the reason. I know the reason for everything, but I had to even let that go, because I literally don't like to see nobody hungry and homeless, and that was a lot for me, seeing that. And whew, I never lived in the city before. I visited, but I never lived in no city. And I'm like, now I know fucking why. Now I fucking know why. It let me see how they care about the people that's mentally. It let me how I see how you treat the homeless, how I see how you treat the people that's weak and that can't help themselves. That let me know right there what y'all about. That fucking let me know right there. And people can sit here and they tell me like, oh, you're doing good. Oh, You know, like you're making it. You're making it and you're doing fine. You figured it out. Look, I don't want nobody to have to go through the shit I went through to figure it out. I've been on my own since I was like fucking 16, my motherfucker underground, or if nobody didn't know it, I've been taking care of myself since. Do you know how hard that is? Do you know how much of a relief it is when somebody come along and gave me a car? Or somebody came along and said, look, you can rest even a few months and live the soft life. I mean, it's appreciative because I didn't have, like I tell my kids, I didn't have what y'all had. I couldn't stay home. Like now, it's probably different now because people done got old and they know how to go somewhere and sit their ass down now because they getting old. You know, people sick and they get old and they know they need to be, they trying to get it right. They be trying to get it right before they cut. They know they don't want to go. They trying to get into heaven. So they the same people, but they don't slow down. They still got that shit in them, but they don't slow down now. It won't like that. It won't like that for me. Them motherfuckers, oh, they done been eating all them damn fruits and vegetables in the damn garden of the damn Adam in the damn garden of Eden. Them motherfuckers was strong. You gotta really, you gotta really go in on them. Like they was on some damn devil shit. So it for me, I'm like, I don't want nobody that. So when I see people that's disadvantaged like that, it does something. So I had to really balance out my emotions and stuff like that. And my people don't understand because I'm not like that. Listen, you know how much money you gotta make now to own these young people. They really did them dirty. To be able to afford your own home now. If you making $80,000 a year, that's not even enough in most places to even afford your own home. It's too much now. They're gonna have to live at home. If they 20, 30 and all that, probably some even 40-year-olds and stuff, we're gonna have to do the extended family because it's too expensive. Shit, it's expensive where I'm at now and where I moved from. It was high. But I'm in the city, I think a 2-bedroom is motherfucking $1,200. A 2-bedroom, that ain't even no house. So a 3-bedroom is probably like upper range of $15,000 to $2,000 and $3,000. Yeah. So and they're gonna have to do the universal income soon. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to do the universal income soon. I guess they got to do the population depopulation and get rid of as many people as they can. You know, because with the way AI is going, it's not gonna really be any jobs like that. But that's not for you to fear. That's for you to figure out what you can bring to the table and start building with light. It's people that you can build with. And I don't think that color. I want to build with people that look like me, but a lot of them people fucked up, and they got agents that look like us too. So you have to be careful and be discerning. It's agents that look like us. It's everywhere. It's in your family. It's everywhere. They everywhere. So you just have to be. Your discernment is going to be key now. But like I said, I hated to see that when I first moved here, what was going on with the homeless people, and I want to help everybody, but I can't. I gotta help myself and make sure I'm all right. And I have to find ways. I have to find a way to. I have to get with other people. I can't do it by myself. I have to get with other organizations that's more established than me, and we have to come to the table to see what they already doing and what I'm already doing, and we come together and find a solution, not for just them, but for ourselves too. A way that we can sustain ourselves, because we don't need to be. We don't need to be eating this food that they poisoning. We don't need to be, like right now, if you hear something in the background, I got my fountain going and I got my air purifier on, because sometimes the air quality, I don't know what they trying to do with this ice, and I know it was a fog here a few days ago, so I have my air purifier on. We're going to have to find ways to purify the water ourselves, because they got the money. They got the fucking money. They can give all these other countries all this shit. Why are they not working on our water? Why they not working on the PFAS chemicals? Why is the PFAS chemicals in the food, the forever chemicals? We're going to have to find ways to do that. We're going to have to find ways to purify our water, clean our air, create heaven on earth. And we can't do that. I can't do that by myself. I can't. I know what to do. I know how to do it. I've been researching for a while, and I know what material to get. It's that deep. Like, I know what to do, but I can't do it all on my own. I was even thinking, I was even wanting to try to do something where I go in people's houses and steal stuff where they got a cheap upkeep of, the water without the PFAS, the water osmosis and stuff like that. So I'm really deep with my stuff, and just solving ways that people can have their own food and not depending on the grocery stores and different things. That's what I'm on. I'm on that type of vibe. I'm not on no damn, I'm trying to get my big mansion so I can show you that I can be better. Yeah, I'm gonna have what I need, but I'm saying I want everybody to be okay. I want to be transparent. I don't want to just have water in my house that's purified and my shower clean, where my water that I use for my hair is not hard water and stuff. I want everybody to have it. I want everybody to eat clean and breathe clean and shit. I want everybody to have, not just, I don't want just me and my family. I don't want just me. And that, when I was a teen, that wasn't me. Because I be like, shit, I can't save the world, but I'm doing my part. No, it's more to it than that. It's you got to have a different type of mindset now to be able to thrive. It's not going to be, you're not going to make it now on that me, myself, and I, and fuck everybody else. And no, and you got to look at the big picture. You're not going to be able to get along with, you're going to have to be, we as a people going to have to learn effective communication. See, I went to school for it a long time ago, but I needed a refresher. We're going to have to learn to mediate better. We're going to have to learn to have effective communication. And we're going to have to learn how to control these emotions, y'all. Everybody got something they got to bring to the table. I'm telling you, it's room for you. Nobody's not out going to outshine. It's a collective effort. We have to all come to the table and work with people, like-minded people, to be able to put something together to rebuild. Look at this shit need to be rebuilt. This shit it's some work. We cannot leave this shit like this for these future generations. We can't leave this food situation like this. We can't leave all these pedophiles in power like this. We got to clean this shit up together, y'all. We got to clean it up. We got to fix it. And the only way we can do that is bringing the great minds, the creators, the gods, the generators, the operators, and just bringing it together. We ain't got to get out here. Listen, while they out there protesting and crashing into ice and shit, we can be coming together, meeting on what we need to do, how we can get, I'm trying to figure out, I saw something where they said that they done said and admitted that we would have, which we already know this shit, that them people, they sending them people on the reservations back. Because they just reserving the damn land, but they know that the real indigenous people are us. They saying, oh, you can get your land back. Okay, I'm not just gonna get no land that nobody's sitting on no reservation. You need to go back. It's paperwork you can go and find now. It's gonna take you some work, but you can go back, and I got the stuff to put together. If anybody want to get with me, you can hit me up in MaSunGoddess777@gmail.com. That's MaSunGoddess777@gmail. It's a treaty that you can go look at, and you can look at what land allotments did the government give out during that time frame in the 1800s. You can go look at the church records. You can look at the death certificates. Back then, they have them. They have them. Because I've been going to the Register of Deeds for a while. It's free. You don't even have to go there. You can look it up online. But I'll go there and sit. I'll go there and sit in that little room they got and research stuff. But you're gonna have to go to even different areas. Like with my people, it's a few counties that you gotta go to and look up this stuff. You gotta look at the church deeds and the records and look at the people's names and how the land. Even my grandmother's mother. That's my grandmother fourth removed. I finally got her name. Why? Why? And then she was in the 1700s. That's when they colonized the area that I'm from. So why they don't have her last name, but I can find it. I know how to find it. But I'm glad I even got that, because I was wondering what my my fourth great grandmother removed name was. I finally got it. I just figured out my grandmother's mother, which she died. They all died around their young age. They married these girls off at 16. These girls were women at 15 back then, at 16, according to the patriarchy in society. They died. They all died very young. These my grandmother, her nieces and their cousins, they basically all grew up without mothers. So I tried to bring that up at a reunion not long ago, and I was hit with the slave ship stories and all this gas. I'm like, look, here we go with this shit. Let's get to the nitty gritty. But anyway, can't do that with that group. Let me go back in the damn lab and do my let me get to the truth. I was just wondering, like, it's very, and I talked to one of my cousins that her fucking mother died too young. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying nobody, but they sort of work together, because if you know that this land belongs to these women, it's easy to let them die during childbirth and shit, right? Because you know they done killed all the witch doctors and they demonized them and took the way they we had to go to their doctors then. Man, that's easy as taking fucking kids, giving candy to a fucking baby. Y'all know we all the officials. It's a movie called the Moonlight something about how they, but they got them Siberian looking people. That's not the real indigenous people. How they married into those, they infiltrated them conquistadors and them British men and them dirty Moors and stuff. Married those women, killed them, and then took over the land. Because why do you think that the husband, why do you think you got to get your husband's last name? It ain't what you think. And you need to look up the real true meaning of husband. Husband means landowner. The reason why women got to take their husband's last name is because when they came and took the lands, that made it easier for them to transfer the land into their names by taking the damn husband's last name. Because before that, when it was the matriarchal tribes, it was the land going to the daughters. Nobody ain't leaving don't want nobody leaving no sons. It was passed down through the mother's line to the daughters. Now that patriarchy here, everything is in the husband's last name and da 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 da. And they want to bury the original names of the matriarchs, the mothers, because the land transfers to the husband. That's what husband means, landowner. So yeah, I'm just putting it out there. A lot of this land belongs to these black women, honey, pretty much. I'm just going, even over there in Palestine, those were black women originally. Over there where they done Egypt, where they got them people looking like they think, like I was at the store the other day and he's talking about, I'm from Egypt. I said, yeah, I am too. I know you're not the original people. You just people that the government done put there and put all over, like over there in Australia, the original Australians. Them people were darker than me. So don't play with me. Even over in China, those people in Japan, those are the people that they done Cabbage Patch Asians. They don't put them people there. Them original Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese, all them people, the Asiatics, they were black people with hair like mine. Yeah, some of their hair might have been a little different hair texture. Don't let that fool you. Indian only mean more. Black or more. That's the next. They don't want to talk about. They don't even want to talk about the Moors. But I know this to be true because I got a book, We Are the Washita. That lady proved that she was the original mound builders, the Moors of the land. And they gave her the fucking land back from the Louisiana Purchase stuff. So, it's a lot that. And you see, sister, what is it? Chiefess Warhorse now, with her back turned to the damn judge, and she's stating the oral traditions. It's the oral traditions of 18. I'm gonna give you the exact. If you hit me up on my Gmail, I can give it to you because I got the receipts. It's the oral traditions of the land that the court system got to honor, because they know this land was fraudulently taken from the indigenous people. And it's no such thing as black. Get away from that this year. 2026, when you sign your thing and they check off, say, I'm telling you what I put. I don't never put it on black, African. I don't put no fucking African American. I do not put, I'm telling you what I do. I've been told my people, stop. Because you are not, that's a status. That means you don't exist. White, stop. White, black, that's a status. I put, and I get more respect. I put indigenous to the Americas. That's what I put. If it don't let me put that, I write that shit in. Bitch, I'm not checking off no African. I'm not from no Africa. I'm indigenous to this place. Turtle Island. That's where I was at. That's where my people was at. My people was here. Your people was here. You might say, well, I don't know what land. Okay, well, I'm going to just go and tell you. Your people probably, in my honest opinion, and this going to sound bad. I know this going to sound bad. I know this going to sound bad. This gonna sound bad, but I think the people that lost the land earlier, I think they didn't sell out. Like they just was like, nah, motherfucker. Like, you know, the people that just don't have, they don't know. Like, they just in the projects and they feel like they ain't never, they don't brainwash them and they ain't never had nothing. Cause I found out that I'm so kin to them people that, listen, let me tell you what I realized a long time ago. And I've been telling people this in my area. And everybody think I'm crazy, but they know I'm telling the truth. They was like, you know, everybody here some kin. So you have to be careful because you dealing with your kin people. And they could be done moved. And this is your kin people. They be done moved to New York from the South. They be done moved to Connecticut. It be your, if you go back and research and look, it be people that you think that you dealing with from another state. They done been, the parents done been in the military, but they originally from that area. They originally from that area, but they people done moved away along that way. Because you know they sent some of the people to the north. The people went to the north because when they raised the taxes down here, they couldn't find no jobs and stuff. I know my mom and them went, but they came back. But some people didn't come back. You know, when the people get sick, then the kids come back, take care of them, and then some of them stayed. Well, that's what happened with my mom and them. They stayed in New York for about 15 years, but they came back when my granddad got sick to take care of their daddy and stuff. But some people don't come back. Well, you be kin to these people that you think like, cause I used to think, well, I'm from the outskirts. You know, I'm not no kin to them inner city people that's in the same town. I mean, like we ain't got no blood, like we ain't blood relatives or nothing like that. I used to think that when I was real young, like a kid, sort of like a teenager like that. I learned for real fast that them people that's in the inner city over there in the hood, them my people too. Them my family members. I mean, not that, see, you gonna think like you should have known that. No, I don't know that, because why, if they my family, then why ain't we all coming to the family? Because when my grandmother was living, we all used to have like family reunions and there would be so many people there and we would have gatherings. I didn't never see some of these people. But I'm like, you got to understand too, it was big tribes, and not only that, it was men that was making families like different. I swear to you, I believe I'm some kin to this big time pastor. He looked just like my uncles. And his last name is our last name. This big time pastor, you can't tell me that ain't my granddaddy's son, because his name is the same, and he looks just like us, like my granddaddy and my uncles. So he even looked like he got the last name spelled the exact same way, and he looked just like my uncles, and he looked like my granddaddy brother children. So yeah, so nah. So the tribes were, when I go back and do my research, you don't realize how big the tribes were. Like the lines that they draw now for the counties and the cities, that's a freaking lie. Those are not the dragon. When I say dragon lines and ley lines, do you know our ancestors, our indigenous ancestors had these land masses mapped out according to the damn stars and shit? And according to the damn energy centers on the ground? This shit they got now is an imaginary shit. The real dragon lines and ley lines is what our ancestors had mapped out according to the resources and the minerals, and it's what's underground, and according to the damn, you know, the star grids and stuff like that. Like the doggone tribe. They tell you, oh, the doggone tribe, oh, they're so amazing. They not telling you that this place over here, the Americas, is older than them places that they going to visit, like Egypt. They not telling you that Egypt is here. They not telling you this is Atlanta is Atlantis. They not telling you that this was really where it was banging at. This is paradise. Why do you think everybody come here? When they come here, they don't want to go back home. Oh, they out there dying. They're not to go back to that shit. Oh, where they from? But they want to talk shit to you and tell you their country better. But they don't want to go back home. Hell no, this is it. They want you to leave. When you leave, let me tell you what happens when you leave. They're going to take your place. But the thing is, you can't own no land over there in Thailand. Yeah, you can rent. You can go over to Vietnam and rent and live good and experience they beaches and the good food and blah, blah, blah. You can go over there and live in all them other countries, Africa. You're not buying no fucking land because them people, somebody own that land. Somebody own that land. We better get on that here. These motherfuckers own our land here fraudulently. Fraudulently. It's time to start digging and fucking looking and it's going to come to you. They can't hide every damn thing. You just going to have to figure out how to search. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door will be open. But I just want to tell you, don't give up on yourself. Don't think that it's taking too long. It's seasons to this shit and patience is a virtue. When I thought I was ready, I wasn't. I wasn't ready. I was like, oh, it's time for me to this and that. I was about to release my book a few years ago. Excuse me again. I was about to release my book and it wasn't time for me to release that book. Nope, it was not time. Nope, it wasn't. I mean, maybe I could have did one little quick ebook or something, but I had some more work to do. And it's a continuation of it, but I'm like, yeah, it's restoration. Restoration time. I had some more. I had to go through the potter's house some more light, and then I ain't even talking about bad things happening, but just the transformation of the light, like the light body, and the transformation of me going within even deeper and figuring myself out and knowing who I am and not fearing myself. Like even in dreams, you know, sometimes I used to have dreams and I'd be thinking it's a nightmare. That be me. That be my demons. That be me that I'm scared of and running from. I'm running from myself. A lot of times you running from. That's why you can't have no experience with mushrooms when you ain't ready to go deep and go dark and see yourself for who you really are. You'll be seeing yourself in another realm and you gonna have a heart attack. You gotta be you gotta be true to this. Not blue to this. You gotta be true to this. You gotta be true. Okay. Okay. Hope you're doing well. I have been listening for a while and I just want to put thoughts, okay, on what I have heard. First, when it comes to food, I have talked for years about the food. Yeah, I'm doing well. How you doing? The temple. And then you said the correct way to eat. When you eat the correct way, you won't need medication. That's right. That's right. And second, when it comes to a person's peace, how a person gets it, as long as it's not harmful. Right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Exactly. Okay. Okay, when it comes to the patriarchy and matriarch, there needs to be more study. It sure does. I totally agree. Yeah, I agree with that. It does need to be more study done on that. We actually, it does need to be more study done on that. I was actually doing a lot of inner work and realizing, like, see, if you go within, this stuff is gonna be confirmation. And when you going within, you're gonna have to be you're gonna have to be in like a pure state of mind, like a pure heart, because if you go within, you got a lot of stuff. If you got a lot of things against men, because a lot of us done been through stuff. Like a lot of the men done been through a lot of stuff with women, not just their girlfriends and their wives and the baby mamas. No, I'm talking about before then. Some of our men have been abused by women when they were young, or they've been like emasculated and treated a certain way by women. So when they grow up, men, I believe men are more sensitive than we are. They always talking about, oh, women are sensitive. No, I believe we're a little tougher. I believe the men are a little more sensitive, because it seems like things affects them. It affects the women too. I ain't saying we got no tough skin and we're not hurt and we don't have childhood trauma as women. But men, I see a lot of men, whether they be from America, whether they be from Africa and other countries and stuff like that, they have a lot of mommy issues, And I be like, I used to think, well, why you ain't upset with your dad, but you mad with your mom? But now I get it, because the parent that's always there, that's the one gonna get the slack. It's the one that's there that's really gonna get all the slack. Yeah. So I didn't understand, like, well, why is it that they so mad with mommy? Is that mommy's there? And when they see a man like Charleston White, and they see a man like, which I don't like, he's not my favorite character. I'm just giving some examples. Like Kevin Samuels, Charleston White, Corey Hong Kong, Anton Daniels, Tommy Sotomayor, and who else? Name some other ones. Umar Johnson. I don't think they like Eric Jenks. I don't think really they look up to him. I don't think no men really look up to him. But men like that, they look in Tyreek Nasheed and those different types of guys. Soon as they see a man, they want a daddy so bad that even the older guys, they never had one, so they latch on to these men that are dysfunctional. They're not real leaders. Yeah, a broke clock is right about, at least 2 times a day. But these men can speak well. They got some type of intelligence. They know how to get them hyped up. They know how to say some positive things. But at the end of the day, when you look at the 360 picture of these guys that they following, they're not nobody they should be following, because these men have a lot of mental issues. They really are misogynist. They hate women. They have mommy issues and stuff like that they're dealing with. And they're turning our men, our younger men, and they're turning even the older guys that follow them. They really, from my observation, like I tell some of the guys that follow them that I know, I say, you really sound like a homosexual, but I know you're not. I know you're not a homosexual, but you're following men that's probably down low. Men that have childhood trauma from mommy issues that they haven't dealt with, and they're spewing their rhetoric to you, and it's feeding that child that's hurt inside of you, which you need to go and heal that, and then maybe listen to these people and see, like, should I be should I really be admiring and looking up to these people talking like this? Because some of that shit is so dysfunctional. I've had issues with women and men as a young person. I've had trauma with women and men, like, with verbal abuse, physical abuse, and stuff like that. Not so much as men when I was a little child, because I was basically around women. But with women, body shaming me when I got to a certain age, and the religious, stuff where they do, with the Christianity and the Carrie shit, the movie Carrie. I went through a lot as a child, and when I started getting into a teen with the women, the matriarchs. So just from my experience, I could be like having a lot against women and men, because I went through stuff. But see, you got to know how to heal and let stuff go, and that's easier said than done. Some of these people that I talk to, they're younger, they not even 30 yet. And I understand, it takes time. But like I tell them, we ain't got that lot of time no more. You got to either meal, do a barbecue now. Like, I ain't trying to rush your healing and rush your transformation. But where I'm landing at, what I'm saying is, with the matriarch and the patriarchal thing, I go within and do my discernment with myself. I do some deep, a deep soul diving, Akashic records, meditations, and what I'm finding out, and I do this with a pure heart. I don't do this as far as me having the issues that I had. So, cause I've been working on healing a lot. I've been working on doing a lot of shadow work, and it's not easy. That shadow work is hell. So this is what I found out. We did some stuff to each other with the matriarchal and patriarchal thing. It wasn't all the women. It wasn't all the women, but it was some that was doing some fucked up shit to these men, and it was some men that was doing some. So it's like we both. That's why we had the. That's why we had the. We at the bottom of the totem pole, because we did this shit. We had all the power, all the gold, all this and that. Look at us now. And then you got to look at it. Every civilization must rise and fall. You got to, if you a god, like we were creating everything, you got to fall to the bottom and experience this shit. Like we experiencing everything at the bottom. Because look at it, how we hated by the world. We don't have, like, we don't really own the things that the other people own and stuff like that. And this is tough. We civilized those people. Like, those people that we are man with, we civilized them. We taught them everything they know. Had we not, imagine we wouldn't even exist now, as barbaric as they can get. If we wouldn't have taught them how to bathe and how to be civilized and how to follow these religions, we are the gods that they worship. Who do you think these people worshiping when they making these movies about these superheroes? When they worshiping these ancient? It's us. We in America. This ain't nothing that I'm just saying. I'm saying I done did some deep divining with my end. I ain't even out here playing no games. Like I got off grid to the point where I was just like, won't on my cell phone. I ain't saying you got to do this, but that's me. That's just how, that's just me. I'm not even saying that's the route nobody got to go, but I got off grid. I went like off grid, and I was a very materialistic person. Like I believe in, you got to have a certain type of education. You got to live in a certain type of this and that. I was one of them materialistic, have everything got to look good. I'm going to be married. My marriage got to look right. We got to have a bit. I went off grid with everything. Like I just got into my spiritual bag, because I looked at my north node and south node. I had to go from the spiritual. I had to go from that material shit to the spiritual. And I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I'm well on my way. I let a lot of stuff go, and I just started sun gazing. Man, that sun gazing, constant sun gazing. I got to the point where I didn't think I fucking needed no money. I'm telling you, I don't know how I did it. I do know how, because it's a way to do it. But I was living off grid to the point where I'm like, I was in the sun. I was like in meditation. I'm talking about laying out in that sun, like in the woods, like what? I was in some deep spiritual. I'm appreciative. I never in my life thought I would be able to get that deep in with myself and know myself. I was studying myself to the point where I got so deep. I almost saw when I was gonna die. That's how deep I was studying myself. I said, "Whoop! I don't want to know that. Let me back up." But still, I was still going in for a while, and I still won't there yet. I wasn't where I thought I was. I still had some. I had to take what I was learning and all that divining and all that sun gazing and all that talking to the ancestors and stuff and really getting deep in there and getting and opening the way. I had to take that and put it to put the metal to the pedal. I had to actually action. Damn right. I had to show them. I had to show the universe that I could walk it like I'm talking, and I got tested too. So I'm not just sitting here like, I'm talking. I'm not one of them people that, so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that, and I think that. No, I done been through the fire. I done been through the fire, through the limit, through the road. Just a chance to be with you. I gladly risk it all. Straight down through the fire. Let me stop. But, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just telling you, with that matriarchy and patriarchy thing, it's a lot of shit that went on. Nobody's talking about it, but if you go deep within, you'll get dreams and downloads. It was we both was doing some stuff, and they took us out. They took us that. They didn't put us on. They took our ass down. Them men was mad. They still angry with us. Look, and you know that if we want to go real deep with it, a man ain't nothing but a defect of a woman, because it was women first. Like that, we was the actually we were together. We got separated when we fell. We separated. The masculine and the feminine we was androgynous. It wasn't this shit. We was together. When we fell to this, then we split. So you got the male and the female. The men gonna have to get in touch with their feminine side. It's a way for them. It ain't just about the women. I'm telling you. It ain't about, oh, the women gonna come. See, this is what everybody think. The women about to come back into power and they about to be running everything and treating the men like that. Can't happen. That's not gonna happen. The universe not gonna allow that to happen. If the women gonna be running something, it's gonna be women that's balanced out and know how to run it. It's not gonna be them same women that we've been dealing with some rough women in this Piscean era. I'm telling you. They tried to make me into one, and I caught hell because I wouldn't become one of them women. I wouldn't. I'm glad I didn't sign up to be the bad guy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that when I chose to come here, I didn't sign up to be that damn woman. Because, honey, it's easy to be a villain and to just be like, almost some cutthroat. You know, like what you call a mama. You know what I'm saying? Like what's her name? The woman stay in the background and she controlled everything and her whatever she used her kids, and I mean that's what they liked in that Piscean area. That's not gonna flow now, but if you use that format in a way of not exploiting and you got it's something to be admired too. See, I know how to chew the meat and spit out the bone. The Kardashian mama, that's the lady that they admired in the that lady didn't, you know, that lady didn't really come into her power until she was like 50, 52 when she could orchestrated that. I'm just using an example. That's the kind of women that we was dealing with when they wanted to take us out of power too. You know, it might have been some of that going on. We had some good, the bad, and the ugly, but maybe it was some. Why would they allow? Think about it. Why the hell would a patriarchy allow to overtake us anyway? Why? Shit, something was going on. And then why in the world was they allowed to put why? Okay, my understanding is they took us out, put us under damn slavery and rape, and took the sages, which they call witches, out. Then they created some of the Moors was having babies with the people they created. You know, the white people were created. The Moors took those women. They were geishas and what you call it? I don't want to say they were the harems, which is prostitutes. Well, they were having babies with them or whatever because they didn't bathe and stuff. Then when they discovered them or whatever, they went and civilized them. They were walking on all fours. They were like walking on all fours and hairy and stuff like that. And they say they were created in a lab, but that's not right. That's an abomination right there. When I think about it, I think about that Frankenstein movie. They ain't been here no fucking thousands and thousands of years. If you saw some white-looking people that was here before then, that was niggas passing as white folk. There weren't no damn black people. I mean, there weren't no damn white people. A lot of them white folks came too for them kids on them orphan trains, them Cabbage Patch babies. Because I know for a fact, the area I'm from, a lot of them kids right now, they say they don't have no grandparents. They say they don't have no parents. Like, they don't know where they parents. It's easy. We had all that technology. We are not who, we don't know who we are. We don't know a lot of stuff, but it's time to go inside and find out. If you really go in there and start going in yourself and not, yeah, the books use that as verification, but everything you need to know is within you. Because if you go to Chat GPT, a lot of shit they're going to tell you it ain't true and it don't exist. We know that that Chat GPT is controlled by the powers that were, so they can't get in deep with you, but sometimes it will. You know, if you're paying for a certain Chat GPT AI, it'll go deep with you, but at the same time, they got a program where, you know, it want to keep the narrative and the agenda going too. But you got it's a way to get that you can train your whatever, train it to go deeper and I've done it. I've done it with that paid one, but at the same time they'll say it's getting into hallucinations and stuff. So it's just you gotta know yourself and you gotta be able to discern. So yeah, I'm just saying go within. You don't gotta sit up there and do what I did because now we kind of going into heavy Aquarius energy. It don't take that long now to get your downloads and stuff. You ain't got. I was laying out in the sun for 5 hours. You don't gotta do all that now. We just had a big solar flare storm. You go out there, you ground and stuff, and take off your shoes and meditate and stuff. It's not gonna be the veil is thin. It's thinner now. It was thinning back then, but it's even thinner now. Shoot, I had a lot of stuff in me that I needed to let go of. So that's why it took me probably some time. But hey, if you light as a feather and your heart is light and you ain't got a whole lot of stuff weighing you down, it ain't gonna be hard. And you're not going in looking to say, okay, I want to make my own narrative. When you go to seek and find, you don't be like, okay, if the spirit tell me something, if my higher self tell me some shit I don't want to hear, then I'm not gonna accept it. That's the devil. You can't think like that. It's gonna be some shit about your history. It's gonna be some dirty shit about your past that you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear some shit. It's gonna be a lot to take in of actually where you come from. Your people ain't gonna be, your ancestors you got some ancestors that were good, and you got some ancestors that was like draconian, vampiristic. Like we mixed in, they infiltrated themselves into our. So we got the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's why we got so many fucked up people in our families, and then we got a couple of good people. It's probably more bad in our way, the bad and the good, but you got some family members. You be like, I don't know where these motherfuckers. Where did they come? Where they come from? Like what? Why do they? That's them people. That's them people. That's that bloodline trying to survive. So whether it's a woman or a man, and the matriarch and the patriarch, some shit done went down. You better know it, cause now we seeing it at the bottom. We hold it up. Listen, we as a people be holding up them religions. Think about it. We are stubborn people. We be holding up them religions. We love everybody else. We'll go out there and fight and die for other people. We don't like each other. So we really be holding up a lot of this stuff and fear mongering. We scared of this and scared of water and scared to go in the woods and we still dealing with colorism in 2026. Some of us still worried about whether somebody got a certain texture of hair and a certain skin. That's some fucked up shit. So we got a long ways to go, but we ain't where we waking up. We ain't whether you want to wake up or not. You're gonna have to wake up. We not where we used to be, but we damn sure ain't where we ought to be, because by now I feel like we should be coming together. Why they fighting each other and taking each other out and doing a civil war and realizing that motherfucker, it ain't no such thing as white and black. Everybody can get it. Everybody can get it. We try to tell. Listen, I did a video. It's called Everything Is Real. It's up here. It's up here. If you go look at that video, and they shadow banned it, because I'm telling you the deal. I'm telling you how back in 1948, it wasn't them people that was over there now that they taking out. It was people that's darker than us, black folk. That's their land. And I'm telling you about the white ladies up there talking about how they created the status black and white in the 1600s. All this stuff is fake and fraudulent and being created. And the food is food that we have to be in control. I told my mother and them years ago when I was a child, I said, somebody need to stay on the farm and grow the food. We didn't have processed foods. We didn't have processed foods before the 70s and all that. When we started eating processed foods, when I say processed foods, I'm talking about the ham sandwiches, the sausages that they're producing. Like, my grandmother and them had a dry house where they made their own sausages. In the dry house, they took the intestine out of the animal or whatever, the pig, and they stuffed it themselves and let it dry out for days. I'm talking about they processed shit, not our processed food. We had the skins. My uncles and them would have the witch's pot, and they would grow their own pigs and what is it, the cows, and we had a billy goat, and they had chickens and all that. They always had a farm, and they had my grandmama grew her own vegetables. Like we had fruit trees in the growing in the yard. When you drive up the driveway, it was apples and pears and my daddy's mother and them, they made grape wine. They had a grape vine thing going. Well, my daddy mother, I drunk, hell, I had the best grape wine I ever had in my life when I was 5 years old. Shit. They had a wine. They made their own wine. Our people, we don't know who we are, because we got to get back to that. We got to get back to self-sustainability and pulling together. The patriarchy and all that shit, the matriarchy and all that shit, we are one. When we get to that mindset of I'm not ruling you, you not better than me, that Cain and Abel, all that Esau and Jacob, I'm gonna take your birthright and pretend to be you and take your land, and that's all that's happened to us. And we was fighting each other. But the reason why I think my understand the reason how they came and took us over, because we were fighting other people. We were fighting each other. We were fighting each other. We got weak. See, when a guy want to experience something, he get too comfortable, then this shit that happen. You know what I'm saying? Because we think, we done been in this state so long, we think that this is normal. We think we are the body. We think this avatar is it. We don't realize, like, oh, well, damn, like, I'm just supposed to be experiencing this. My higher self is somewhere playing the video. This is a game that we got to hack. We are in a 3D realm, and this is a game. Our higher self is somewhere looking at and observing us experiencing this well, it used to be paradise. It used to be a nursery, but they hijacked it and turned it into this damn ghetto shit. It is. This shit didn't look like this. This don't supposed to be looking like this. Listen, from in the when they came and colonized, I think that when you look back, you see we had giants that we got along with. Now, call me crazy, but I've been knowing that dragons really existed. But everybody was laughing like, oh, she talking about. I've been on the dragon thing a long time. Matter of fact, I would tell y'all something, but I don't even think y'all ready for that yet. But anyway, we was getting along with the giants and all that. You know, when they talk, when I'm reading these religious books and stuff like that, and they be talking about this and that, I be like, you know what? They really telling you the truth in it, but you gotta dissect it. Sometimes when they talk about they did something, it be your ass and your people that did. Listen, we had land already. Do not think that this land was always yours. Them motherfuckers is the one going around killing and taking the land. They God telling them, go and take them motherfuckers' land. That's what they did with the Doctrine of Discovery. They used that to take our land over here in the Americas, man. You gotta read in between. That's why I'm glad. I'm glad that I know myself and I go within and I discern stuff and I know how to dissect this stuff. And I'm not saying that you can't be religious, but all that shit about that man said I'm a Christian first. No, you're not a Christian first. That came from the Catholic Church. When they came over here, they demonized our spirituality practices. They made us become Christians. They used that. They had the thing in their back pocket and the Bible in their hand, but they had the damn weapons in the back pocket. And a lot of times it was either serve this God or die. And they weakened us. We was fighting like hell. But when they weakened us, they cut down our power grids and stuff like that. And how they did that? You know how they did it? Because people that look like us, that knew our weaknesses, told them, just like they telling them now, they out here as puppets. But the people that really is running this shit is the black nobility. They look like us, but they're not like us. And you want to know who one is? That they made a movie about? Idi Amin. He said he was the last king of Scotland. If you look in Chat GPT and you look up Idi Amin, the last king of Scotland, it's going to play with you. But he really was the last black nobility of Scotland, the last real king of Scotland. But he went over there and cosplayed as an African king. And you see he won't play no games with him. He cut that baby out of his wife's stomach when she cheated on him with that white man over there from the Australia somewhere. That black nobility is motherfucking running this shit. It's the white people are the puppets. And that's why now they trying to tell you when they do blackface. When they do blackface and when you look up the royalty events and you see them black people, you see them black pendants that they got on that's who running the shit. That's the black nobility. And if they would do blood tests and they know not to do that. That's why you can't. That's why Jay-Z got off without giving DNA, because if these poor people and these regular people was able to use DNA to prove who their lineage is, guess what our bloodline would be going back to? This gonna blow your mind. The real Rockefellers, the real Rothschilds, the real DuPonts. Those people are mixed in with our bloodline, but we're not like them. They forced their way into our blood time. Those are the people that they kicked out of Europe. Those are, because everywhere they went, children was getting missing. Children was being sacrificed. We wasn't down with that. They come over here. You think we gonna let some white people? The people that came over here look like us. When the white people came over here, that was later on. They only been here like about 800 years. They was created. And they had to get that one drop of blood, because that's not fair. Look at the Frankenstein movie. It's not right to create nobody in a lab and they didn't ask to be here like that. Don't you think they don't even have no capacity to think like we think? They don't. That's why if you go back and study Noble Jew Ali, he'll tell you, like, he'll say something about the way he talking is in codes. He telling you that they not smart as you see that now. You see how they can't. They just about survival, pillage, rape, take. Cause some of them got their one drop of blood. Some of them is human. Some of them just look like that, but they don't got their damn ascension. They don't got their one drop. Some of them got better spirits than we got. These motherfuckers that look like us is the agents seem like they ain't about shit, some of them. But some of them, they cool. You just gotta be able to discern the spirits. But it's some that's still, like the ones that's running this shit, those are the puppets, the ones that's crazy, psychos. They done mixed in and had babies. Like, these people is marrying their brothers and sisters, having kids with their family members, having kids with these they don't have a decalcified pineal. So they have a one track mind. You see how they run this country? They think this shit is okay. You know that's a motherfucking psycho person that's crazy as hell to think they can continue. They really think that they can continue on jumping timelines. They think they can keep right on controlling. They think they really can keep on doing this shit. Hey, without any consequences, without it ending. They really don't think this shit. They have supposed to be over with. We helping them too. When they predict this weather, we like, oh God, I gotta prepare, because it's you. When they forecasting, you put your energy to it, make it come into fruition. When them motherfuckers forecast something, I'm like, no, bitch, stop. Rain, stop. If it ain't a real shit, stop. I seen some stuff in July. It be some stuff going on in January and July. I'm trying to tell you. Man, I seen something coming out of the sky. That shit looked like some thunder from Thor or something. I seen that shit. I was like, I'm just seeing things. I'm trying to look. Sometimes I be like, I don't want to see this shit. I try to act like I didn't see it. I looked again. Here comes some other thunder. That shit looked like something. I don't know if it was blue beam or it was really the people, our ancestors. It was some really shit going down. I seen some thunder. That shit it looked like it had that thunder like on them animes. That shit had red and shit. It looked like the damn United States. I won't hide either. I won't hide. I ain't smoked nothing or nothing. I can't remember the last time I did. Now, I had me a little tequila weeks ago. But I don't even smoke anymore. So in that time frame, I wasn't even high. I was going on my way to get some money, but I wasn't going on my way to get no drugs. Oh, I was sober as a damn. I was sober as what? I don't know what example to give how sober I was sober. I was sober as a nun going around some damn Catholic priest. Oh God. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know, but I do know because I be going within, man. It's some shit that you gotta be ready for the really for the records to open up to you. You gotta be ready for it because it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a lot that's went down. And we gotta fix this. We gotta create this. We gotta turn this shit back into our heaven on earth. This is paradise. They made it into a ghetto. It's time for them to go. Time for the real leaders, the gods, the generators, the operators, and the destroyers to stand up, man, and come to the table together and let them motherfuckers go. Let them damn, oh, Jesus is coming. Oh, I don't know, I'm scared, and this and that, and it. It's time to take the bull by the horns, man, and ride this shit out and create what we trying to create. Fuck all this. They not gonna save us. We've been waiting on the Democrats and the Republicans. I hear people right now, oh God, if the Camilla would have became president, then we would have been. Man, this shit is dead and stinking. It don't matter who would have been in power. This shit going down. Don't matter. Ain't none of them know. They all the two different coins of the same damn face. Man, motherfuckers ain't for nothing. They are your enemy. They ain't studying you. I don't even think they read them. I don't even think them. Just like when my boy Asita Duke Tears, he did his video, the last one he did. He tells you about that girl that they used. The parents had her for an experiment. The mama was from Texas, and what's her name? Something. It ain't teachable. It's the other girl. They had that girl. The mama was an heiress from Texas. The daddy was African. Somebody. They people was in the CIA. They had that biracial child as an experiment for that gate program that they use on us, they use on us for them gifted programs. But that girl, they got rid of her. Talking about she died over in Vietnam and over there during the war. She was doing some kind of experiment. They said they experimented on that girl so vigorously until she had abortions. They used the fetus for experiments. As a little girl, she was under vigorous training. She got with some older man and got pregnant, made her have another. But I'm talking about this little girl, little mixed child went through hell. You think that damn motherfuckers ain't paying people now and they ain't paying? They might have paid. So I be wondering if I was a fucking experiment some damn goddamn time. Because shit I went through. It seemed like it was some CIA shit. And then when I got to school with all that stuff that he go look at Asita Duke Tears last video. He breaks that shit down. He talking about, and excuse my friends, but don't excuse my friends, cause I can cuss if I want to. And I'm still all right. But he breaks it down on how they experimented on that girl and they used that program of experimenting on her. Remember Texas Instrument books? You know who authored our school books was Epstein girlfriend daddy. That's who, the CIA. Yes. They had us in these programs to try to see if we could see the stargates for them to escape through, because they could. And all the timelines that they look, they say that movie Stranger Things is about us, how they was experimenting with us through that gate program. That you remember them gifted programs, and also you remember the kids that they put in the beep labs and stuff. When that thing beep and stuff, they were trying to find timelines to escape through. Because in all the timelines, like Stranger Things, they were losing. They always lose in each timeline. And they still doing it now. Go back and look at Asita Duke Tears. Look at the last one he made. The last live he made. I'm going to try to find it up here. And then I got to go. Let's see. Here we go. It's called I had Stevie Wonder playing. Let's see. What was the last one? The Guys, the Gates. Yep. It's called. It was 2 days ago. Asita Duke Tears. It's called The Guys, The Gates. Put it in here. And The Great Estate. Part 1. I'm going to type it in here. Okay. Yeah, it's called The Gods, The Gates, and what else? Yeah, The Gods, The Gates, and The Great Estate, Part 1. It's a Seer the Duke of Tears. Y'all go check that out. I don't know what I done did to this thing. I was trying to type it in. What I got going on? Yep, The Gods, The Gates, and The Great Escape, The Great Estate, Part 1. It's amazing how he break it down. I mean, he's talking about like how you never know. Like you don't know. Like he said some of our parents or some of his parents or other people's parents could have been paid to have a child, and then he said they flip out on you when you're 16. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, because I think he don't even talk to his. I mean, they publicly said this. It's not nothing that I'm saying. And then when you turn 16 and stuff, they flip out on you, don't talk to you, and throw you under the bus. You know, a 16-year-old don't have enough mental brain capacity because you don't even get your brain fully to develop. Some people say it's 30, but I believe it's later than that for a lot of people because of what the foods we eat in, the trauma that we go through and stuff like that. Your brain probably ain't even fully developed to own like some people it's probably way later than 30, but they say 30 something shit. But think about it. If you got a lot that has happened in mental illness and ADHD and you're on the spectrum, it's probably later than that. My eyes running because I got this, you know what's happening, my filter. I got my air purifier on. I don't trust this shit. They had that fog pumping off. I pumped it up, put some damn eucalyptus and peppermint and fucking tea tree in that motherfucker. It works. It works. And I know how to humidify my air with the natural herbs. Tea, what is it? Bay leaves, cloves. I put some lemon slices in that water with some salt. Not the air purifier and humidifier, but that's what I did that with the. And my son was like, "It's when he came here. He said it smelled like some bait out." I'm like, "That's good." I had the cinnamon and the damn lemon and the damn bay leaf and the clove, blah blah blah, and the salt. You're damn right. And I go in that steam and breathe it in, and then I'll just breathe anyway. I'll do my breathing exercise where I put my tongue across my mouth, hold it for a few seconds, and breathe out. Yep. So yeah. So yeah. So I you have to do what you can, you know, and y'all want to start storing up water too, because I think when the water sit, it cleanses the it'll cleanse it. If you can put it in glass, if not right now, then put it in plastic and transfer it to glass. But we gotta let the plastic go. We gotta stop drinking out of plastic bottles. Stop doing plastic this and plastic is getting in our It's getting in our bodies, and we have to clean it out with how I purify my lymphatic system. When I say lymphatic system, I'm talking about my liver, my kidneys, the spleen and all that. I'm even including the colon, the small intestine, the large intestine, the colon. But how I do, I'll eat me some purple cabbage. I'll stand on my tiptoes and hold my breath in, with my tongue at the top of my mouth. And while I'm on my tiptoes, that helps clean out your lymphatic system, your kidneys and all that. And doing your qigong, like when you beating on your body and stuff like that. I beat on my back, my legs, my knees, and then once you beat on And even rubbing your breast in a circular motion, you rub, you do it, what is it, counterclockwise and clockwise, and then you do your your womb, rubbing on your womb and then shaking all that energy out of you. It works. It helps me a lot. And I be doing that horse stance. Look it up, the horse stance. I gotta start back getting in my 3,000 steps too. I do the 3,000. I've been slacking on that, but I've been walking all my life, but I've been slacking lately. But I'm about to get back on that, walking my They said 3,000 steps is calculated as like walking an hour and a half. You do that about 3 times a week. That's good. Good for everything. That walking is good, especially if you can do it in nature. And I find me, even though I'm in the city, I find me some nature here. I be like, so they. My son told me the other day. He said, "Them people looking. I don't get. Talking about they looking at you. You grounded. I wouldn't give a fuck long they don't touch me or say nothing, do nothing to me. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not just cause you what? You want a show? I'm used to having my privacy though. I mean, I'm used to my, but hey, sometimes you test it to be able to see if you're gonna still continue on and do what you got to do regardless. I ain't ashamed. Honey. Cause I believe me doing my grounding and I'm not gonna connect with me a tree. Me grounding and it's done kept some of these things at the storms and stuff at bay. Shit. Damn right. I poured what I do. I got me some magnesium through my foot soak. So I did me some Epsom salt. I did a little vinegar in there with the mother. I put a little baking soda in there. And with some, water that I heated up. And I soaked my feet. That's how you get magnesium. And you, not only do you get magnesium when you do that, you are cleansing with the vinegar and you softening your feet with the baking soda. So that, when I did that, I poured that out to the earth. The earth loved that. That's nutrition. We need more people to do stuff like that. We need to take your shoes off and ground. That'll help. Shit. Maybe it won't be so cold. Y'all done got too cold, baby. Y'all done got too cold. Too cold. Yeah. So I am getting off of here. I've been up here a while. I'm always up here a while talking when I do talk. Yep. But I just thought it was strange how they up there laughing at a woman for being that loyal and sticking with a man when he got a colostomy bag on, no jumper, laughing at the lady stunner girl, which I know those people all are part of that circus and they just characters and whatever. But I'm just looking at how they laughing. I mean, at a person that stuck by their husband or whatever he was. I guess she called him a common law husband. With a colostomy bag, she was giving him oral pleasure. And I said, I thought that's what people look for somebody to stick by him and love. She loving him down. And he up there making fun of the girl. Talking about, I slapped my colostomy bag against her head and she was giving me oral fellation. And then that man up there laughing that on that no jumper, he sit up there and let his wife sleep with black men and get paid. And I wonder if he had a colostomy bag, what would she do? Probably stick his ass in a nursing home and go find her some more black Peter. But that's just terrible. I mean, I could, like I said, I love for somebody to stick by me when I done been down before. Shoot, I love for somebody to crawl up in a hospital bed with me and cuddle with me and stuff. And I'm sick. You gonna give me some if I want some? That's that love right there. Cause most times people get sick, they ain't got nobody. People leave you alone. They don't want to be bothered with you. With somebody messing with you and changing your colostomy. Do you not? Like I said earlier, I done been in clinicals and had to get that. That stuff is that colostomy bag. Something else. It smells something horrible. And a woman gonna love you down, and you got one. You gonna get up here on a no jumper and joke with that white man with that small hat. You just. And they the ones that sit to that PORN stuff. They got all these men addicted to it, and they ain't got no natural desire for their women, and they all messed all up. Got to get therapy and expecting they women to be the what they see on these movies and stuff. They the one got y'all addicted to it, messing y'all messing y'all up, make you have erectile dysfunction, messing up your sex drive and stuff. Y'all sit up here and just indulge and ain't got no discipline. Ain't got no discipline over yourself to know that, okay, if I do too much of some stuff, then, it's going to mess with y'all. You just indulge. Sometimes you need to get off this internet, get off the phone, get off the damn laptop, get off the iPad, just shut it down for a little while and get a hold of yourself. Yeah, you do. I do that sometimes too. I don't have no problems with that. I saw all I needed to see when I was a teenager, and I just did. I learned what I needed to learn and left it alone. It wasn't that serious to me. I ain't studying that mess. I'm not studying it. But back in the day, they had it where it was like soft POR. It wasn't this mess now where they had bang, bang, bang. I mean, they had a mixture back then, but I like the story roles and the movie roles and stuff like that, the romantic type stuff. Every now and then, I might look at some. I ain't studying that ghetto gagger mess and that bang bang. I ain't never been into that. I ain't never been into that crap. I don't desire for nobody to just do nothing like that to me. It's just me, honey. It's me. I don't. I want some damn. You know how the white people stuff used to be? It'd be like romantic. They got a storyline, and she in the bathroom and she going to the park. I don't know. Anyway, but I got what I had to get and left it alone. It ain't, and I'm grateful. Cause I know some people struggle with that stuff. They struggle with it. They struggle with it. They struggle with addictions, all type of addictions. Food can be a freaking addiction. And honey, since I stopped smoking, I think that is something that my appetite done increased. I have to really, I be like, look, I'm not going to eat. But I be using the nicotine is good for you. If you get you research what you get. If you get the patches, and I like the thing that go under the tongue, it feels so good. That nicotine, I like nicotine. But I'm grateful. I don't have a lot of habits and addictions. Not saying that I'm better than nobody else, but I have struggled, and I have got a hold of and discipline myself. As far as the lust of the flesh and all that. I used to couldn't be by myself and be alone. I got some lever placements. We like companionship. I can enjoy it. I enjoy myself right by myself now. I had to get to that place. I had to get to that place. And also with food, I just be like, I'm not gonna eat. I be fasting and it don't be easy because like I said, when you smoke and the nicotine, it helps you to. Now I had been stopped smoking cigarettes, but I might smoke a cigar every now and then. Now I do my pure cigars, the specialty ones for ritual. They're imported from other places. I don't too much mess with the ones, but the ones from other countries, I do that for ritualistic purposes. But as far as like smoking, I just don't desire to smoke. I've been left. I won't never like into no the marijuana thing because the new weed they got now. No, I like the old stuff, and I couldn't even really handle that to a certain point because it's moving. Cause when I first started, I did it with my cousin, and I don't know what was in it, and I started seeing Martians and shit. I was driving down the road, but then later on, as I got older and my brain matured, I would do it, and I just felt so out of it. It was good stuff though. It was the kind bud, the purple haze. I even had my best friend was Jamaican, so we be having that good stuff. So yeah, but this new stuff, I tried the loud when it first hit, like back in 2012, and honey, it was okay, but I just didn't understand how that stuff was so strong. Well, my people had it. I didn't even have to pay for it. So yeah, I kind of really got out of it after that when they started with this new stuff. It's been a while. And then I don't even drink. I drink every blue moon. And I used to love to drink. I drink every blue moon. I just don't have. I get a natural high, and I'm not no lame. Like I know about some damn. I know about some damn stuff. So I'm not nobody that just be like, oh, I just no. I done tried some stuff, but I get a natural high from grounding. The sun gazing has helped me a lot. Like I said, I get a natural high from like the grounding and the breathing. My son be like, I need something sometimes. Take one of these damn nicotine things and go somewhere and sit down. But I'm really laid back, and I have learned to master myself. And it's taken some time. It's been a process. Where I got like I can be bored and know it's okay to be bored, and I ain't got to be constantly doing nothing. And I'm at peace from within. I ain't gotta have nothing, because when we been in trauma and drama and just a lot of things going on, it seems strange to just be able to be laid back, and you think it's boring, and I love it. But I do. I had to get to that point when I started going to school online. It taught me how to. I'm finished with school online. Now I do take my AI class. I'm not even gonna front. I be studying that AI, honey, and learning that AI, and taking them courses. They got free courses on Google. They got free courses on courses. Cause I be doing that, baby. I be learning that. I be trying to learn and get my skills and stuff up to be able to, I don't want to be let no nigga left behind. no nigga, no nigga left behind. Yeah, I be up on things. I be trying to be up on stuff, but I don't want to get too tied into that. I noticed I was getting a little too comfortable with that. I had to back up from that too. I don't want to. I can't get too. I can't get too into nothing. I gotta stay. The key is to stay balanced. I still gotta use my discernment. Go within. I'm not gonna become dependent on them tools. It's a tool, and that's how you look at anything. These books, these AIs, and all. It's a tool that you use, but you are the magic. You are the currency. You are the God, the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. Okay? You are, and you have to use your power within balance with the right intents. Okay? The generator, the operator, and the destroyer. God. And this, I'm thinking, did I talk about everything? Oh, and ice. Oh, man. They really surprising these people with taking out these white people and stuff. But what they telling you is, that's who they feel like the threat is then. And they telling them that, you don't have a privilege no more. You gotta, I don't know. It's just a mess. I'm just trying to get myself right and trying to figure out what I need to be doing and what I got to bring to the table. And rest in peace. I don't want to hear about. I'm not glad to hear nobody, no matter what color, race they're from. I don't want to hear about nobody being harmed or no children being harmed or nobody's life being taken. I send condolences out to the families and stuff like that. But they're gonna have to learn like we did. Like nobody's safe when they targeting you like that, because they've been targeting our people for like 500 years. And a lot of them people they were lynching, and come to find out, those were the scientists, the agriculturalists, the landowners, the emperors and empresses and stuff like that. Those weren't nobodies that they were lynching all them times. Those were the people that really had the power and stuff like that. So we would be left out here not knowing what. They don't want the people to know what's going on and stuff like that. They want you to be right here. Oh, I'm from Africa, and oh Lord, I'm a slave. When you think you was, that's why I believe Kanye said that slavery was a choice, because when you think you a slave, it's a certain way you move and act. When you know you was a POW and you own this shit, and you are more indigenous, it's the way you move in this bitch. Like you thinking about sovereignty and being restored back and stuff like that. You thinking and moving a certain type of way. Other than my people. I hear people right now talking about my people were slaves. I'm like, man, okay, whatever, man. All right, I ain't trying. Like I said, I'm transparent. You got something to come to the table. We can get some ideas together and try to build something. I'm not trying to be shining and all. I want to be in the background actually. Like it's best to be the generator, operator, in the background. Yeah, I don't have to be seen. I don't have to be the one that everybody praise. I could be misunderstood. All that. So I don't been through it. I don't been through it. I always been building systems and stuff like that in the background. A lot of things you see that people do, I don't get no credit for it, and it's fine. But like they say, if you want the power, you want to see where the power is, go to the electrical tower. Yeah, I'm about to go now. I'm up here just riddling now. It's time for me to go. Y'all have a blissful day. Let's bring back in the warm weather. Let the sun shine from our solar plexus. Let's go within, become better versions of ourselves. Think about ourselves, what we have to bring to the table, and be the generator, the operator, and our own destroyer, and build our own heaven on earth. We are the creators. We are the currency. We can create timelines, create our heaven on earth. This is MaSunGoddess777. Support Mayat's Temple of Healing, of Unconditional Love. That's Mayat's Temple 777 at gmail.com. I will see y'all soon. This has been my son, Goddess 777.